Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me Anargya, and today's video is going to be a book recommendation video for all of you who are interested in all the crime novels, all the suspense thriller novels, especially books like Verity. If you have read that book and that was something that intrigued you, then the list of books that I'm about to give you might be... What the fuck? I cannot even kill it, the car is locked. Just get lost. Okay, so the list of books that I'm about to give you. Oh my god, what is he doing? Okay, take 3. So the list of books that I'm about to give you might be the ones that you want to check out right now, so make sure to search them after you watch this video. So let's get started. First of all, obviously we have Verity and the epilogue version. It's like, if you liked Verity, if you read it and you have liked that book, I have a detailed ending explanation video on there, to be honest, on my channel. If you want to check that out, so go check it out, because there will be a lot of insight for you over there to see. And also I made a further epilogue explanation where I've summarized the whole epilogue of the book, so if you want to check that out, that will give you an even more perfect description of what the book is all about. And even in the comments down below, you can see people giving in their insights on that whole thing, because that's the most watched video on my channel. So make sure to check that out if you like Verity, and check out my reasons why I was team letter. Although if you have read the epilogue, you'll know that the epilogue sort of makes you question your own choices. For some reason, Jeremy over here seems like a big red flag, and it's all the situations not very different, at the same time it's very different. So yeah, that is something that you might want to check out if you're interested in. Both the videos will be in my channel and it will be linked down below as well, so go check it out. So book number 2, we have The Silent Patient. Also, I have made a complete ending explanation video on this too in my channel. The whole thing will be summarized, specifically the ending. A lot of people were confused after reading this book. Basically in here we have this, it's like a psychotherapy person's novel. So basically in here we have a patient called Alicia, who is a patient in this mental asylum, because apparently she has been accused of killing her own husband, and after that she's just gone she hasn't spoken until from that moment onwards. And it's she's been in the mental asylum she's been in the mental asylum for very long, because she has not spoken since that whole thing has happened. And now basically the psychotherapist called I forgot his name, because I've read the book it's been a few months. It will be shown here. So that guy basically comes in and he's very determined to help out Alicia and basically retrace her past in order to understand her and to see where is all of this thing of her coming from, what's her trauma and how can he cure her. So yeah, go check that video out on my channel for more info and for further discussion. Also, book number 3, we have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, the very famous book series trilogy, and it's one of my favorite book trilogies of all time. So I'm basically gonna just give you a basic introduction to the first book. So basically in the first book, what happens is that there's this very popular high school girl, Andy Bell, who goes missing, and basically the rumor is that her boyfriend Sal Singh killed her and then killed himself because he was afraid of getting charged for the murder or something. And then it's been 5 years since that whole incident has taken place, and still everyone keeps talking about it. And now there's this high school student who is a high school student 5 years later, and she basically decides to investigate further on this case for her high school project, right? Her name is Peppa, it's Peppa, but she's mostly called Pep, so yeah, whatever. And she investigates on this murder scene with the help of the suspect's younger brother, because she in herself just believes that there was no way Sal Singh killed Andy Bell, because she knew Sal Singh on a personal level, and she just knows that it wasn't in him to kill anyone. He was the nicest, most sweetest person ever, and that's what the book is all about. And then further on we go on into the book 2 and 3 with more murder mysteries that Pep goes on to solve. And there's also a series that is being formed over this book trilogy, so yeah, I'm pretty very excited for that. And the cast is also amazing. Also, I also have a video on this book trilogy too on my channel if you want to check that out. It's just, but like, it's more detailed, so check that out if you want to. And now book number 4 we have And Then She Was Gone. So yeah, I read this book like a long time ago, and I am just spontaneously shooting this video in my car, so like, yeah. So the book, this book is about, you know, a kid, Ellie, being lost in the woods when she was like very young. Like, I mean, she was like a teenager, like she was 15 years old, and it's been 10 years since that whole incident has happened. And her mom, whose name I can't remember for some strange ass reason right now. Yeah, so the mom's name is Laurel Mack, and for some reason now she cannot move on after her favorite daughter's disappearance. And obviously now it's been so long, so she has been declared dead, but it's like somewhere, somehow, you know, she still feels that hope that her daughter might be somewhere out there. And 10 years later now, she finally, you know, she just finally decides to move on with the whole situation. And now that she's trying to enter into a new romantic relationship, since she and her husband have broken off their marriage, like they live separately, but for some reason, you know, like, it's just like her intuition tells her to not let this go at this very point. Like right now she feels more attached to her daughter than ever. Now what's the whole story, what's happening over here? And it's a very good and very underrated book, to be honest. You should totally go and check it out. Like, I have seen that this book is not very famous amongst like book talkers and booktubers and whatever. Like it is famous amongst people who are like genuinely interested in suspense thriller novels. I myself got it as a recommendation from Google, but it's like, it's not that very popular out there on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. So yeah, please do go check it out. I really like this book. And I don't know, like although it might not be that big of a plot twist, like when it is happening you do see it coming, it's still very good. And it just, like, the writing is so good, and reading it just goes off like that. And it's like, you don't even have to put in a lot of effort. It's very easy to read, even for people who are non-readers. You should go check this book out. Like, to be honest, all of these books in this list are pretty good books that anyone can read, to be honest. So yeah, that's book number 4 for you. Okay, so for book number 5 we have this book called How to Kill Your Family, which is again a very famous TikTok book. And over here we have this main character called Grace, you know, who is whose mother had her with a very wealthy man who was not her mother's husband. And although he was Grace's father, he was never involved in her life and everything. And she had a very troublesome childhood, like, you know, living on the bare minimum, barely getting by, living with her mother's relatives and stuff like that. And finally her mother dies, you know, due to cancer or something like that. And now she is on this quest to kill her father's side of the whole family. It's an amazing book. Go check it out and let me know what you think. So another honorable mention would be Colleen Hoover's Lala. You know, I had this Colleen Hoover binge phase where I read in all of her books, and now it's like, I don't like reading her books that much nowadays. But again, you know, if you did enjoy Verity, you might want to check out Lala. It's one of her underrated books, to be honest, and it is so good. Like, if you are into parapsychology, like ghosts and stuff like that, if you are interested by that, you will for sure enjoy this book, and you will read it within a few days. It might feel a little slow in the beginning, but it gets so good. And it's like, you just know that a big twist is coming up, so you keep reading it and it doesn't feel as slow. And yeah, again, it is a very nice story, and I remember listening to it as an audiobook and I was amazed. Like, I loved it. I loved the plot twist. And obviously Colleen Hoover books are known to be page turner, so even if you're not a reader, I wouldn't worry about not being able to finish this book. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to do that. So with that, I would say these are a few of the books that I've read, which I think are the books you should also read. If you have read Verity and you're trying to get more into reading and you want to check out more of such books which are easy to get into and like will make you like reading and are somehow connected to mystery thrillers or psychology thrillers or whatever, and this was my take on that. I would love to hear your views on these books down in the comments below. If you have read these books, do let me know what do you think, which one of these is your favorites, and which one would you like to read next. So until next time, bye bye and take care, and subscribe to the channel, please don't forget, because I forget to say.